Hey guys, Joshnic here. Just wanted to make a little bit of an update video just to sort of share some thoughts and feelings about where I'm at with Joshnic, what I want to do with it going forward, and just sort of explain, sort of how I got here. A lot of you probably don't know this, but I actually started Joshnic in 2008, so it's been nearly 20 years of doing Joshnic. It started out when I made a YouTube channel showing you how to jailbreak the original iPod Touch and install some apps on there. I think the first video I did on there got about 40,000 views, which for little old me at the time, not a bad little set of views there. And I did that for a little bit. I didn't make too many videos. There's only so many videos you can do on jailbreaking before it gets a bit stale. And back then the community wasn't even that big anyways. But I progressed from there to making COD edits, montages, COD videos. And that's sort of what really got me my first taste of proper video editing. So I started with Premiere Pro, After Effects, and Cinema 4D. I had a lot of fun doing it. I got to meet people from all over the world. I got to edit some videos for players who were in FaZe, Optic, Obey, a couple of other teams. I think Saw was one of them as well. And I got to help run a editing team that was founded by a guy called Dan. It was called Initial. Awesome bunch of people. They made some really solid videos. And I even got to meet one of my mates from YouTube, also called Dan, who used to run a channel called COD Hut, which was pretty big at the time. I believe they had about 100,000 subscribers or something like that. After that, I sort of started to move away from Call of Duty into more real life scenarios. I got a GoPro and was addicted to filming videos with it and making edits. I then got my first DSLR, a Canon 6D, and that was sort of the main pivoting point from doing just YouTube videos to, oh, I actually have some good gear. I can, start getting some work with this. I can actually make money off of this. I started getting a couple of gigs with that. And around about the same time as when I got into DJing. And I still remember the day that this all started. I was out for lunch with Dad, was sitting at the table, going through the app store on my iPad, just looking for cool apps to download. And I saw this thing called Tractor, and I thought, oh, it's kind of cool. I'll download that, have a play around with it, see what it does. Little did I know that just by downloading that app, I would spend the next 12 years of my life DJing and being so involved with music, all because of one little download. I mean, I was already passionate about music in general prior to then, but this was sort of the thing that got it going for me. And so from 2014 onwards, I moved to Brisbane. I started working at the Met. Around 2015 is when I got my first DJing residency at GPO. Not long after that, started 2017 is when I got my residency at the Met. And I also was taking photos at the Met and for other events as well. And everything was sort of going really, really good. I was meeting so many DJs and artists that I'd been looking up to for years, people who inspired me music-wise, or people who just love their music. And when COVID happened, that's when sort of the next big shift in my direction sort of happened. I had no work for about 6 months due to COVID. All of my business income just disappeared overnight. And I sort of decided I needed to kind of have a plan B or something, in place that I can fall back onto, something that's got a bit more stability, because who knows what's going to happen again in the future. And so the logical choice was to go and study physics at university. I went and did that and very quickly realized that this was going to chew up all of my time. And sort of from then onwards, I noticed that I was sort of becoming less and less involved in the music scene in Brisbane and just in general, just because I just didn't have the time. I had to shift priorities elsewhere. And not long after then, I met my now fiancée, trying to juggle studying, a relationship, and trying to pursue music and other things. It just, something had to give, and music and photography were sort of the two things that I was letting go of a little bit. Photography and videos mainly just became a job for me. I wasn't pursuing anything creatively outside of that, just because I felt like I just didn't have the time to have fun with it. I only had time to touch my camera or pick it up if I was making money out of it. while that's okay to make money, that, you know, you got to pay your bills, but over the last couple of years, it's really sucked all the fun out of it for me. And I'm at a point where I just don't care anymore. Like I just had no interest in photography or video work, just purely because I've had no time to have fun with it, and just feels too much like a job for me now. And so this is sort of where my thought process has been for the past, honestly, probably the last year or so. I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with Joshnic, with just my life in general, and what I want to do that is going to allow me to still pursue my creative interests with, you know, with filming or with music or with anything like that, but how I can make it fun again. I think I've come full circle where I'm now going to get back into making YouTube videos. I will be posting videos on Instagram as well, but we'll be mainly focusing on YouTube. It's just going to be things that I find interesting, things that I think you might find interesting. Maybe it's a tutorial, maybe it's just a yap. I don't know. It's going to be anything, but it's just going to be me. That's what Joshnic has always been. It's always been me. It's what I've been interested in, and it's my way of sort of sharing that with the world, and that's what I want to do with YouTube. Now, I'm not quitting music. I'm still going to be making music. I'm still going to be putting things out, but just expect a lot more videos from me and less music focused content as I sort of branch out into this sort of space again. I'm super excited to start this. It's the first time I've felt genuine interest in making videos or doing anything creatively in years. And so I think if that's the thing that's going to make me excited to do this again, I just got to take it and just run with it. I think with all of my prior experience and the things that I've sort of learned along the way, I think I'm going to be able to give this a red hot crack. So if you're keen to see what I'm going to post, join me on my YouTube channel. If you're already watching this on my YouTube channel, love that. But I would probably say most of you are going to be coming from Instagram and elsewhere. So YouTube link is in my description or my profile. Hope to see you guys in the next videos. If you've got any suggestions on things that you want me to make videos on, anything you want me to talk about, please let me know. I am seriously considering maybe reshooting my DJing tutorials that I shot back in 2019, but just upping the production quality on them and making them a lot nicer and cleaner. But I don't know. Let me know. Hope to hear from you guys soon, and new music is coming out very soon, so stay tuned.